Stay tuned. More music on the way in just a bit. But hey, if you want to get out and about and see something, then I think this sounds great. She was one of the most powerful queens in the 17th century, respected and feared by many at home and by Europeans with whom she was trading. And though I'm not talking about Queen Elizabeth I, but her African counterpart, Queen Anna Nzinga, who ruled around the same time. Her story, not known to most of us, but a new play at the Brewhouse Theatre in Taunton hopes to change all of that by bringing Queen Anna and Queen Elizabeth together in an imagined meeting. Breakfast's Trudy Harris has been to a rehearsal to find out more.
My European enemies turn on our treaties and stamp them into the dust. They think they can invade our lands and conquer us here. The spirits of our dead will not allow it. This fragile alliance I am building will crumble in a moment in the face of my enemies. Can I trust my allies? Are they truly behind me? All I have to be sure on is my presence, my blood, and my words to unite my people. My name's Gloria Lawrence, and I'm involved with this NZINGABETH production, which we're hoping to tour in theatres in the new year.
Tell us a little bit about this, because these two very powerful queens lived almost with their lives overlapping, sort of 20 years apart. So they were both alive, they were both ruling, and both in power at exactly the same time at points.
That's one of the reasons that we wanted to do something like this. As a black woman, a British-born black woman, I didn't even realise that there was black history because we were taught none of our history when I was at school. And we could both see the potential for doing something that showed black people from history in a more positive light. So rather than people being enslaved and transported, we wanted to depict a strong, confident, intelligent black woman from history.
My name is Elizabeth Tudor, Queen of England.
I am Nzinga, Queen of Ndongo and Matamba.
There are those like you we call Negroes and blackamoors in England.
Slaves, you mean?
Not slaves, no. Of slaves and bondmen, Queen Anna, in England we have none.
Ha! Pretty words, Your Highness. But I know all too well your deceitful European ways.
My name is Sasha Harriman, and I run the Bluebirds Theatre Company. We're a musical theatre company based in Somerset. I started out doing classical cabaret, so that's classical music, and originally conceived the whole idea of doing something about the Tudors. I did an Elizabethan cabaret show and thought this is great fun. There's so much really good music to use, there's so much poetry, and then thought there must be some way of broadening it out, making it more current and more modern. And then I met up with Gloria, and we conceived the idea of actually bringing these two amazing women together, two dynamic royal women, pretty much contemporary, who had amazing stories to tell, and uniting them with music and through theatre.
And you've lived in Somerset for 17 years. What kind of a reaction do you think people are going to give to this?
It'll be an interesting reaction. I think, first of all, the fact that NZINGABETH isn't well known, she'll be highlighted, and I hope that'll encourage people to look back at the history. And also, one of the workshops that I do, because my other hat is I work in schools delivering workshops to raise cultural awareness, is to help young people to see how black people helped to build this country to make it what it is now.
We always assume that history has been created, written, done, performed by men. Men did all the amazing things, but it wasn't men. Women make up 50% of the population. They've done just as much as men. And we wanted to bring out two titans among those women and say, look at what they managed to achieve. There is no slavery in England. Such is the privilege of my country, that if any slaves come hither from foreign parts, as soon as they set foot on land, they become as free in condition as their masters.
You are a mirror queen. Elizabeth, you turn my eyes upon myself.
What do you mean?
I may have, in my time, endorsed the practice of slavery. I should instead become a breaker of irons and chains.
Amen.
It's Gloria Lawrence and Sasha Harriman speaking to reporter Trudy Harris. They're starring in NZINGABETH, The story of a fictitious meeting between two real-life warrior queens, Queen Nzinga from Angola and Queen Elizabeth I. It's being shown across Somerset, starting at the Brewhouse in Taunton on the 17th of February.